Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Today I wanted to talk about something that is very close to home to me, and I know that we all deal with it. So, being in your 20s, just graduating from college, maybe you're still in college, maybe you didn't go to college, maybe you have a job, but just being in your 20s in general, you tend to go through a quarter life crisis. I like to define the quarter life crisis as not knowing what you're doing with your life or not knowing what you want to do with your life. And I think everyone goes through it, and especially in today's day and age where we have so much going on, there's so many different avenues you can take. The standard American dream is not really a desire anymore. People don't want the typical 9 to 5, and there's a whole world of social media that gives us all these ideas of what we can do. I think it can all be very overwhelming, and it can be hard to make decisions. I feel myself being very indecisive about what I want to do and what direction I want to take. And I think that causes a shift in mindset where it makes it very hard to get things done. Being a type A personality, I am the type of person where I want to control the situation. I want to get things done. I want to know what my next move is always. But at the same time, it's like I'm not accomplishing things, if that makes sense. And it's not your fault. Having all of these influences that tell you one thing or another thing. You may have your parents, you may have people on social media, your friends, your work colleagues, your professors, whatever it may be, telling you what you need to do with your life. And it can be hard to realize what you truly want in life. I just think that this level of procrastination and indecisiveness and not knowing what you want to do with your life, it's not a form of being lazy, it's just a form of not knowing what you're doing, if that makes sense. I have been doing some reflecting lately, and I wanted to start with the number one thing that I think is causing a lot of people procrastination and indecisiveness is overconsuming and not creating. I think we are so overly consumed with social media. There are so many different kinds of social media. We've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, we've got YouTube, we've got Facebook, we've got all these different kinds of social media platforms that allow people to kind of share their life, share their experiences, share information, and that is so great. I think it's so great that we have so much information available at our fingertips, but it can be overwhelming and our brains don't really know how to process it and how to incorporate that information that we're getting from social media into our real lives. So social media can be a great tool. If you're somebody that's an entrepreneur, you're starting a business, you're really passionate about something, it's a great way to spread the information to other people. This leads me into my next point, and that is focusing on one thing. This can be so difficult, and I think this is the reason why people feel like they're not getting things done when they're working so much. People have kind of glamorized multitasking and being constantly busy and the grind and having all these different things, having a side hustle, having your main job, going to school, doing all of this stuff. I am a firm believer in working your ass off and getting an education, and I think it can help you so much in the long run, but you need to put your focus into one thing at a time. When you have 10 tasks to do, you start all of these little projects and then you can never get anything done. And you feel like you're working because you're working towards all of these 10 projects that you have set out to do, but you don't complete any of them. So you feel like, why am I not getting anything done? You almost have to underestimate your ability to get things done, because you will feel better when you get something small done. When you try to jam pack your day and you're not accomplishing these things that you set out to do in the day, you feel bad about yourself. You feel like you haven't accomplished things. You feel like you procrastinate. I believe that having all of this overstimulation from our environment today is causing us a lot of fear, of failure. Like I said, with social media being so present in our lives today, you only see everyone's highlights. You never see people failing. In order to be successful, you have to fail a million times. You have to take chances, you have to take calculated risks, and you have to fail because you have to learn. So I think the fear of failure causes a lot of people to not get started on what it is that they want to do. And they see all of these people have these perfect lives and everything's so great. They graduated, they got a job, they moved, they live in a beautiful apartment, they started a side business that's doing amazing. I think it's really doing a disservice to our society by not talking about our failures. And I think your 20s is meant for failure. Like, that sounds so bad, but it really does teach you life lessons that you're never gonna learn in school. And you need to not be afraid of being knocked down or being rejected or whatever it may be, and you need to keep going anyways, because that's what makes successful people. And anyone will tell you that. Any successful person will tell you that they failed a million times before they were successful. The only time you truly fail in life is when you give up. This video is all over the place, but it's something I really just felt like I needed to get off my chest. And it's something that I also needed to tell myself, because I just graduated and I started a job, but I don't really know where I'm headed in my life, and that's okay. I think it's okay for us to not know what our next move is going to be. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share, take the tips and use them in your everyday life. Spread this information to anyone that might find it useful. So that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.